Give me a sec. Hey. Oh, the music was muted? Fuck. Hey. Where's my thingy that I'm not going to call by name? There we go. I may have had to run upstairs and get everything ready like at 11:05. It's 11:55. Sue me. Hi, everybody. When the ads played, I hear it. It was so quiet. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize it was muted. I think it was. Yeah. Vertical sources. Okay. Okay, so I know why. I do know why. You're gonna have to give me a hot second to fix it. So hopefully that should fix it, and I'll be able to unmute it in the be right back in the starting soon screens. Cause thank you. How's everybody doing? Hope you're all doing well. Hello. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing pretty well. I am on a break from work for a little bit, so I got annual leave for the next couple of weeks. I had originally taken it so I could be, because my sister is expecting, as I've mentioned. Thank you for the resubscription, B-Man. 8 months subscribed. So, I have been, I think you've been here since I hit affiliate, which was in August, so... Not my birthday, the channel birthday. Today is the anniversary of me starting streaming regularly. Well, yesterday was. Starting streaming regularly on Twitch. So I had a stream back in February once, which was Lethal Company, wasn't saved by a VOD. But I set everything up for YouTube. So YouTube, the videos on YouTube started a year ago. So yeah, anniversary, yippee! This was my original intended debut date. Clearly, I am not debuting today. There are many reasons for that. Mostly it is that the peripheral stuff isn't done. So the model is done. Thank you, Wimbley. Hi, Doom Gamer, welcome. So the model is done. The key overlays are done. The scope creep. I suppose. Thank you. Or I would say the intended scope was too much to accomplish in the time frame I had given myself, because I am incapable of making reasonable time frames. Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, it is the anniversary. I do have plans for the year. It took you 4 months to get affiliate. Seems pretty good. It didn't seem too bad. I actually would have had it faster if I didn't take a break in June. I took a break in June for a couple of weeks, and if I hadn't taken that break, I think I would have hit affiliate in July. But no, I hit it in August, and I think that was a good pace. I'm pretty happy with my progress. I mean, you can check on the Twitch trackers, and it's like, oh, you're in the top 100,000 English streamers, and I'm like, yeah, that's still okay, right? There's a lot of people who are streaming in English. I'm okay with being in the top 100,000. That's fine. Like, I'm in like 1,102, 100 and 1,200 or something. And like, obviously you shouldn't really look at the numbers, and I try not to. Like, I try not to look at the numbers while I'm streaming, especially. Like, I just try to make an entertaining stream, and generally hope that's going to be enough to either keep people here or bring people in. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with the category, the time of day, all that sort of stuff. There's a lot of factors at play. I am working on getting more long-form content going, so it's not just dependent on when I'm live. So, yeah, if you look at the numbers too much, you're gonna give yourself a headache. A lot of it is like out of your control. Some of it is in your control, but a lot of it is out of your control. The Twitch thing, like, obviously, I'm not streaming big games at the moment. Like, I'm streaming Dino Crisis, like Path of Exile's reasonably popular. Final Fantasy X is always reasonably popular, like, and I've had quite good traction with that, but it is really dependent on either hitting a particular niche or playing something that's quite popular that people are interested in going into other people's streams to see. Like, I could probably start playing Resident Evil 9 now and get a decent amount of people coming into my chat. That said, I want to make sure that one of my moderators is around for the Resident Evil 9 streams, because I have to be indiscriminate with timeouts for Resident Evil 9. Indiscriminate! Do not backseat me, and do not spoil me. You will be put in the gulag. You will be imprisoned. You will be trapped in time compression. I will send you into a hell beyond hell where you will suffer and become my slaves for all eternity. Wahahaha! That's what will happen if you spoil and or backseat me during Resident Evil 9, okay? Someone who modded for someone who played RE9, you are 100% correct, Petra. I know. People, backseat is gonna backseat, right? Like, that's just how people are, but it's been really hard avoiding spoilers for Resident Evil 9, because Resident Evil... How fast do you want me to talk? Resident Evil 9 is one of those games that's going to be really interesting for me to play, but it's been really hard for me to avoid spoilers, because Resident Evil 9, I'm interested in Resident Evil, so most of my feeds have had Resident Evil content on them. My YouTube has a lot of Resident Evil content on it, because I generally watch Resident Evil content from day to day, and then my friends know that I'm interested in Leon Kennedy, because I really like Leon Kennedy. Leon Kennedy and Squall Leonhardt were based on the same actor who died many years ago, but at the age of 23, I believe, River Phoenix. He was born on the 23rd of August, the same date as what Squall's birthday is. And the original Resident Evil 1.5, the Resident Evil 2 beta, had a photo of River Phoenix as Leon's ID card, so they're based on the same character. So I'm interested in Leon Kennedy, and everybody has been spoiling me on the game, incidentally and or not incidentally at times, so I have to be really careful, and it's been really hard. Okay, I'm good. Was that enough? Was that? I think that's sufficient haste. Sufficient haste spell. I have someone saving a pile of RE9 TikToks for you. Fascinating. Yeah, I think I feel like the moment that I'm finished with that game, it's just gonna be like a whole bunch of stuff like in my DMs. It's like, we've been holding out, here you go, here's all the stuff. I know nothing. I've seen a couple of the trailers, but like, I saw a couple of the earlier trailers, and after a certain point, I was just like, no more. Nuh-uh, no more. I don't wanna know. You shouldn't have told me, but you did. And now I'm telling you, I don't wanna know. Anyway, moving on. General life, I goofed up. So, vaccines. Obviously a hot topic. I don't really care. I'm going to treat it like it's not a hot topic. I'm out of date on some of my vaccines. So when you're around between the ages of 3 and 5, you're meant to get a series of vaccines, and then you get some of them later when you're in high school. The tetanus shot, which is the one that prevents you from getting really sick if you like hit rusty nails or anything, and then whooping cough. Leon is built up different, he's 50 and more broken than Kaysla. I don't care! Don't tell me anything, I will time you out! I don't want to know! I don't want to know! Please reply to my obituary with vaxxed. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Mark my grave as somebody who was vaxxed and they can study my organs. I don't care. Anyway, talking about it as in general sense, I probably should have gotten an update, at least on my tetanus, before I went overseas. Was it last year? Yeah, no, yeah, no, no, no. It wasn't last year. It was the year before last. So the year before last, I went overseas and I hadn't had an update. I checked my health record, which is like a thing that tells us what vaccines we've had over the course of our lives. I had not had an updated tetanus whooping cough vaccine since 1998. You were meant to get that at least 2 weeks before you have interactions with babies. So guess who cannot interact with their nephew, who isn't here yet for the record, but I can't interact with said nephew for 2 weeks from today, because I went and got it today. Went to the wrong store too. I went to the store that I thought I put it in, and they're like, you're not here. And I'm like, but I got it. So I now will not get whooping cough. Yippee! But also, I'm not going to give it to a baby. So yippee to that too. There's a couple of other ones that I probably should go get. I was vaccinated in my teens for human papillomavirus. Human papillovirus, I believe it's called. That one is an important one because not only does it give you horrific tryptophobia warts on your feet if you go into pools and you get that on your feet, horrific. It is also the thing that will, if you were exposed to that particular virus as a woman, it is the thing that will give you cervical cancer. So go get vaxxed for human papillovirus, please. Everybody in Australia, all teenagers in Australia are vaxxed for human papillovirus when they're in high school. I'm not giving exact info. Did I tell you where I got vaxxed? No. You cannot track me from that info. It would be easier for me to, you could be able to track me if I said I didn't. But I did. So, also it's not accessible information to regular people. Got vaxxed at the Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, I went to Chuck E. Cheese and they were giving out vaccinations, and then you get a lollipop afterwards. But instead of it being like, you know, Chuck E. Cheese like the rat, we have like kangaroos and stuff. See, what I'm saying is bullshit, because we actually don't have animatronic like places at all in Australia. Not at all. Just not a thing. When I saw, see, this is something that was interesting about like the cultural difference between America and Australia, right? I saw the Goofy movie as a kid, because most people saw the Goofy movie as like a kid or a teenager, like most people my age. And I'm not giving specific details as to what age that is, but like there's a good, you